Hello and welcome to this tutorial about descriptive statistics using JASP. And so basically for this tutorial, I want to go over the BMI data file. And so you can see that on the screen already. This is the completed version. But let me just get rid of what is there to show you how you can get to the completed version. So you can see that on the screen here, this is the Edit Data tab. And there you can see the BMI measurements. This is the data we're going to be working with. So these are 120 BMI measurements. And what we kind of want to do is we want to understand how we do descriptive statistics using that single quantitative variable. So to get there, click on Analysis and then Descriptives, and then descriptive statistics. So then you can see that on the left-hand side here, you have simply the BMI variable, which is the only variable in this data set. So you can click on it and then click this right arrow to actually use that variable. So you'll see on the screen here on the right, you already get some descriptive statistics, like the number of observations, 120, the mean, the standard deviation, and the minimum and the maximum. So this is kind of how we can start this, but we want to do a little bit more with our descriptive statistics. So one of the other things we want to do is we also want to include the quartiles, that is the first and third quartile effectively. And you can see that is accomplished by clicking on this quartiles check mark. So it adds the 25th percentile, which is the first quartile, the 50th percentile, which is actually the median, and the 75th percentile, which is the third quartile. And these three quartiles together with the minimum and the maximum give us the 5-number summary for the data set. So this is kind of how we can do numerical summaries. The other thing we can do is we can also use plots to get pictures of this quantitative variable. So if you go to basic plots, there is a distribution plot option, which, as you can see, will give us the histogram. So that gives us the distribution of this BMI variable. You can see that it appears to be a little bit bimodal and skewed to the right. And in this version of the histogram, you have the counts on the axis. You can also add a density curve, which you can do by checking display density. And then these axes here change to density, and then we have sort of the smoothed out version of the histogram added to it. So this is what we can do with a histogram. And then the other plot we can do for a quantitative variable is a box plot. So if you go to customizable plots, box plots, then it will create a box plot for the BMI variable. You can also use a color palette if you want. Personally, I like to use the ggplot2 color palette, but that is totally optional. It just gives you a little bit more, a little bit less gray in the picture. So this is kind of how we can do descriptive statistics. I just want to make it clear at this point that the actual assignment is not to do what I just did, because that's already done, but to do similar steps for the lung cap data, which is in a separate JASP file. So anyways, once you did that for the lung cap data, the way you want to submit your work is to, once it's completed, go to results and then export the results as a PDF file. So this is the format for the deliverable. So this is basically what you would then submit for credit. But again, it is not based on the BMI data, but the lung cap data. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.